The truth millionaires never say out loud. Have you ever noticed how everyone wants to be rich, but almost no one truly understands how wealth is created? Most people think it's all about luck, opportunities, or knowing the right people. But the real difference between those who achieve financial freedom and those who live paycheck to paycheck runs much deeper. It's not about money itself. It's about mindset. The way a person thinks about money shapes everything that happens in their life. Two people can earn the same income for 20 years, and yet one ends up wealthy while the other drowns in debt. The difference isn't in how much they make, but in what they believe about money, what they do with it, and how they behave around it. One of the biggest mistakes people make is believing that money is the finish line, the grand prize that solves all problems. But those who truly understand wealth see money as a tool, not a trophy. That's the first big mental shift. While most people spend to look rich, the wealthy build quietly to stay free. They know that status is temporary, but freedom is permanent. And freedom is what properly used money can buy. Think about it for a second. How many people do you know who raise their standard of living the moment they earn a little more? It's almost automatic. More income becomes more expenses. That's where everything goes wrong. The poor earn more and spend more. The rich earn more and invest more. One buys immediate comfort, the other plants long-term peace of mind. That's one of the core differences between a poor mindset and a rich one. The rich understand the power of time. They know that money today can multiply tomorrow, so they avoid impulsive decisions. Patience is the hidden key that quietly turns small amounts into large fortunes. But don't confuse this patience with greed. True millionaires aren't stingy. They simply respect money. They understand that it represents time, effort, and decisions. Every dollar tells a story, and wasting it means wasting part of your life. The problem is that most people deal with money emotionally. They fear losing it. They crave more of it, and they envy those who have it. The wealthy approach money rationally. They make decisions based on logic, goals, and long-term strategy, not emotion. That's why they keep growing even when everything around them seems to fall apart. And here's another truth few people want to admit. It is not income that makes you rich. It's behavior. There are doctors drowning in debt and janitors who quietly built wealth. There are entrepreneurs who are broke and employees who became millionaires. The difference isn't luck. It's discipline. The rich live below their means, not above them. They invest before they spend, not after. They learn before they act, not react after it's too late. That's the mindset that protects and grows wealth even when income changes, because money without control is just sand slipping through your fingers. What's even more fascinating is that a millionaire mindset doesn't appear overnight. It's built over time, through reading, learning, observing, and surrounding yourself with the right people. That's why wealthy people spend time with others who think big. It's not arrogance. It's influence. Your environment shapes your normal. If you're always around people who complain about the government, their boss, or bad luck, you'll end up believing success depends on chance. But if you surround yourself with people who talk about ideas, investments, and strategy, your brain begins to see opportunities where you once saw problems. Another powerful truth the rich understand is that money is energy in motion. It must circulate, create value, grow, and come back multiplied. That's why they don't hoard it out of fear, they put it to work. The poor work for money. The rich make money work for them. It's a phrase people love to repeat, but few actually live by it. The wealthy build systems, create assets, invest in knowledge, and let time do the heavy lifting. The real game of wealth is quiet and invisible. It happens through small, consistent decisions, not dramatic gambles. And maybe the most interesting part of all is this. True millionaires rarely talk about money itself. They talk about time, purpose, freedom, and impact, because for them, money is just the fuel to achieve something greater. When someone has a powerful reason to build wealth, whether it's protecting their family, achieving independence, or helping others, Money stops being the goal and becomes the tool. That's the shift that changes everything. When you stop chasing money and start chasing purpose, money begins chasing you. There's a story that explains this perfectly. A young man once asked a wealthy mentor, "What's the secret to becoming rich?" The mentor smiled and said, "Stop trying to be rich. Start thinking like someone who creates value." The young man looked confused, so the mentor continued, "People who chase money for themselves stay trapped in scarcity. But those who create something that improves other people's lives are always rewarded. Money is just the echo of the value you produce in the world. And that might be the deepest truth of all. You don't become rich by running away from poverty. You become rich by running toward usefulness. Being a millionaire isn't about what you have. It's about how you think. It's about how you respond to loss, how you manage your time, how you make decisions when no one's watching. It's about discipline when nobody's clapping and patience when everything feels slow. It's about understanding that success isn't sudden. It's built quietly, brick by brick, choice by choice. And most importantly, it's about not being fooled by the illusion of luxury. Because while many spend to look rich, real millionaires are still building in silence. If there's a universal formula for wealth, it begins in the mind. It starts when you realize money is a result, not the cause. That freedom is the real luxury. That knowledge is the most valuable asset. And that time is the one resource that never comes back. Millionaires don't waste time trying to prove their worth. They use time to multiply value. That's why true wealth always begins with a change in mindset. In the end, this is the truth most millionaires never say out loud. Wealth isn't about money. It's about purpose, mindset, and choices. Money is simply the reflection of who you become. So if you want to be a millionaire, stop chasing money and start becoming the kind of person that money naturally follows.